All right, doing some diagnosing today on the saline. I did a bunch of work to this last year. We threw a cam in this thing. But since then, we got a problem with the fuel pump. It will not come on. Turn the key on, no priming, nothing, just dead silent. So we got a fuel pump problem. Not necessarily the pump. We got power to our ECU relay. That fires up our fuel pump relay. We got lights up here. Did some testing with this, and we do have power going to the load side of the circuit. What we don't have is the ground. Now the ECU provides a ground for this relay, and if it does not provide the ground, you will get no fuel pump power. So I'm going to check over these wires and show you guys what I'm looking at. So I have this on the red and black. This is coming from the ECU relay. We should have a light. We should have some power here when I hit the key. So there we go. We're good there. And I should also have power at this orange and light blue that goes right to the pump. And then our pink and black, and that should be hot with the pumps on, and it's not because the pump's not on. They had started doing some interior stereo installs, so it is possible that they might have nicked one of these wires. So I'm going to do some digging and get back with you with what I find. Now this control side wire also comes up to your test connector. This is where you can jump a couple terminals, read your codes. You can also do a fuel pump test. So if you jump this connector, this pin to ground, it should turn on the fuel pump. So that's what we're gonna do. I got my ground here, just checking that we got a good ground. We're lighting. So I got the key on, let me double check. I actually don't think it matters if the key's on, but fuel pump should turn on, and it's not. So that also tells me we have a broken wire. We can also put power to that wire, and it should glow, telling me that the circuit is good, but we got no glow. So we got a wire issue. So between here, all the way along the firewall, down into the computer, there could possibly be a broken wire. Or from the computer to the relay, there could be a possible broken wire. So I gotta narrow that down. All right, so I was just doing some more checks and something wasn't adding up here. What I'm doing right now is I have the ECU grounded. So the pump should be running right now, but it's not. I got the key on, and this is what I started to see here. So it looks like something's up with this pin. It might be that easy. Could it be that easy? Let me see here. Pull this apart. Could it be that easy? Got some oil in there, but if you look at this pin, man, top right corner compared to the one next to it, look at that gap right there. How that happened, I don't know. I did poke my test light in there, but I mean, this problem was here before that happened. So let me see if I can fix that and put everything back together, take the ground off the ECU, and see if this thing wants to work like it should. Got the pin pulled out, and look at that. There's nothing left to hold this together. So I did find this in my electrical box here that carries spare harness stuff, but it's a little different. It's not the same. And I might just rig something up here just for testing purposes and to see if that was our problem all along. All right, I got that back in there nice and tight. Let's see if that did it. I took the ground off the computer, so this is just set up like factory, and let's see what happens here. Oh, would you look at that. Is it really that simple? Here I am about to rip apart the whole harness, and we just had a loose connector right there. That's why you always start with the easy stuff. It's always good to test the circuits and everything, but it's usually something stupid simple like that. But, you know, given the age of these cars, I have seen broken wires before, so it's not like that stuff doesn't happen. But, you know, 8-9 times out of 10, it's usually stuff like this. What I can do now is confirm that there is no broken wire. You know, we should be able to run the pump from here. So we got our ground there, and this should fire the pump. There it goes. No broken wires, just a broken connector. What we can also do is run this through the ECU test mode, because we should get some communication. Let me hook this up. I can't do it one-handed. We should get the pump to come on. There it goes. Jump on the computer, test mode. Should get a blink and check engine. There it goes. There we go. Come on. There you are. So we're all good here. Just got to fix that connector. So I ran home to see if I had an extra pin, because I like to, you know, keep things factory, but I don't have any spare stuff. So I don't know if you also saw, but the previous owner put some butt connector on one of those wires. So I just told him, I was like, hey, why don't we just order a new pigtail? It's like 10 bucks. I'll replace the whole pigtail so you got a nice solid connector. So that's what we're gonna do. It's really easy for me to get lost doing electrical diagnostics. I mean, there's a lot going on. It's usually when I think I understand what's going on, I don't. It's usually something simple. So start with the fuses, start with the connectors, check all your connections at, you know, relays and the fuel pump. Make sure there's no corrosion, or in this case, a broken pin. Once that connector comes in and I make the repair, I'll show you guys the final result, and should be good to go. Hit that subscribe. Thanks for watching.